So you might be wondering, why am I staring off into a void currently? Well, that's because we are 224 blocks up off the ground. You can see it down there. And I'm about to travel 17,000 blocks using this method I invented, and that doesn't seem to be online. I'll do more research into that later. But for now, I discovered if you have boats and a pig inside the boat and some TNT, you can travel 17,000 blocks. This is going to be loud really quick. Yeah, and there we go. So now we're on our way. And as you can see, the numbers are going up. So yeah, this is basically the entire system. Once we get to 17,000, I'll show you how it works. But basically, we're going kind of in an arc. If you saw near the beginning, we went to like near Y600, and now we're going back down. And bam, here we go. 70,364 blocks. This is from an earlier one, and as you can see, I've been busy. There's dead pigs over there, and there's more boats off in that direction. So yeah, we went 70,000 blocks in however many seconds. Pretty cool. Now, what's really cool about this, and what makes it better than Elytra travel and all that, is one, you take, well, maybe not better than Elytra travel, but it's fast, which is basically what I'm trying to say. So let me load up this. I did that so that I wouldn't have to replace the TNT every single time. So I'll put on the screen right now how much TNT this is, but basically the entire setup for this relies on this. It's really nothing crazy. So what you have here, let me just block that up really quick, is a fence. So when the TNT gets ignited and falls, it gets trapped behind this fence because the fence has a hitbox of 1.5, right? So if you throw an item back there, the item's not going to be able to move past the fence, right? Well, in this case, it fell through the fence, but you know what I mean. The pigs are here, and instead of a boat, because it only works with a boat. I mean, you could use it with a pig, you're not going to go too far. And the reason why there's two boats is because, again, as I was talking about before, there's specific angles, and the best angle for going the furthest is two boats. Now, you might be wondering what this button here is for. Well, as you saw, when I loaded everything up, all of this was here, and the boats were perfectly in line. This is just to connect to a couple of pistons to push it back to the center. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to join in on my second account and show you what happens when you travel with two people. All right, and there we go. There's me. I'm using my laptop right now, and now what I'm going to do on my laptop is I'm going to hop into here. There we go. And what I'm going to do on here is, because I forgot to set up a pig, we're going to add another pig to the system. So there we go. Another pig. Ignore that. Anyways, so you press the button, get aligned, hop in, and now I'll flick the lever on my other screen. Boop. And away we go. Yeah, so right now, as you see, our characters are kind of freaking out a bit, but we're traveling. Now, sometimes what can happen, especially with computers that don't like all of this chunk loading, is they'll crash. And it's happened multiple times. I've had friends come on to try this. And this time it worked, though. So okay, so we're about 100 blocks out from each other. So yeah, it definitely works. You're able to just launch yourself 17,000 blocks out. Okay, now I'm going to give you some information on this regarding things that can go wrong. One of the things that can go wrong is that you will hit, and this is if you use more TNT, more often than not, you'll hit an invisible chunk boundary and start gliding along. So in this case, what we're going to do is I'm going to cut. Now what we're going to do is we've increased this to, if I'm right, this is 99 blocks of TNT, which is kind of crazy. And we're going to launch it. Now, you're going to notice stuff's going to get wonky. And it may or may not get wonky. More often than not, it goes wonky. And we kind of hit this invisible boundary and then start moving off to the left or to the right. Sometimes, though, which this seems to be one of those sometimes, we get kind of lucky, and you get to go really far. Now, again, the 99 TNT thing. Yeah, okay, there we go, bam. We hit that boundary again, and we got blopped into the void. So welcome to the void. This is a really weird area. I don't know what it is. But, yeah, you're basically stuck here. Now, when you want to get out of this kind of situation, you've got to save and quit and leave the game. Or sometimes you can wait a really long time, or type something, or just wait and you'll be teleported back to the pig. But in this case, we're just going to disconnect, because this has shown everything that needs to be done. And now you might be wondering, what am I doing on this completely separate world? Well, I'm just going to show you a quick example of why I kind of originally designed this. I originally designed it as a joke, because you couldn't get into the boat before. So what I thought was, hey, I'm going to make a kind of joke video where I say, hey, do you want to launch your villager and get it to your base? Use this TNT cannon. But then I discovered, hey, you can actually get into it and you can use it for very fast travel. So we'll align everything up, press the button, get into it, and we'll be off. And what you'll see happen is we're going to hit this wall and land in the water, and bam. We've now transported a villager. I think this was... I forget. I'll do the math and I'll post it. I'll put it on the video. But yeah, we transported a villager pretty far, really quickly. Like, that's faster than going through the nether and all of that. It's just, you're there. So yeah, that's basically it. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, and I hope you learned something interesting. Bye! Or does the video end? I guess we'll never know.